Three, two, one. And we're live. Welcome, everyone, to the Dental Marketing Podcast. I'm your host, Craig Gerald, and we help dentists not only understand marketing better, but we also help them navigate this online marketing world that we live in. And today, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about Instagram. As I was thinking about the topic for this podcast, I was thinking Instagram, but, more importantly, it's where you send them from Instagram. How do they get into your database? How do they reach out to you? Because, you can have the best Instagram in the world, but if nobody's booking appointments with you, if nobody's spending money with you, then it really doesn't matter. And that's the important thing to figure out, is where to send people from Instagram. And that's what I'm going to talk to you about today. I'm going to give you a couple of Instagram tips on how to brand your Instagram. And then we're going to talk a little bit about where to send people from your Instagram. So, okay, where do we send people from Instagram? Instagram gives you the option to have a link in your bio, in your description. You can have one link. Now once you get over 10,000 followers, you can have the swipe up feature where you can, put a link in your story. People can swipe up and they can get to a destination that way. Also IG TV, Instagram TV, which is still fairly new. You can actually put a link in that video to a destination. So those are the two options in the bio. In IGTV, that's where you can put a link if you have under 10,000 followers. If you have more than 10,000 followers, you can put a link in the story as well. So let's talk about that link for a second. Where should we send people? I would not recommend sending them to your website because, like we talked about in the last episode, when you send people to a website, they get confused. There's too many options. There's the navigation bars on the screen. There's a lot of content. There's just too much. Again, I cannot stress the importance enough of sending people to a landing page with a dedicated phone number and call to action button. One phone number, one button, preferably a call tracking number, which you can use with CallFire, CallRail. There's several different services that will allow you to track the number of calls that come in from that specific number. And that's really what you want to do with Instagram. You want to send people to a specific landing page or a specific offer. I recommend what we call a lead magnet, or an irresistible offer. So with the lead magnet, you would send them to a landing page where they have to enter their email or phone number in exchange for something. So let's say it's, how to whiten your teeth naturally. Download this PDF to find out how to whiten your teeth naturally, or how to brush your teeth, 5 different ways to get better breath. Different things of value that people will say, I'll give you my email in exchange for that information, because that's the goal. And then once you have that email, you want to put them into your follow-up, your email marketing system. Now that's a little more advanced. We can talk about that down the road, but the important thing is coming up with a lead magnet, and it can be for a specific service. If you want to promote teeth whitening, it could be, how to whiten your teeth naturally, and then when you follow up with them, it's like, Well, yeah, you can do pretty good with these natural things, but if you have some pretty heavy stains, you really need to use what we have to offer here. And so that's how you can give them a little value up front, and then over deliver with the service that you offer. So, and if you're trying to get more dental implants, then you can have a dental implant PDF download, educating people about dental implants. The point is to send people to this landing page, get their email address and or phone number and name so that you can put them into your database and start nurturing these leads that are coming in over time, because eventually they're going to book an appointment with you, because people that learn from you will buy from you. If you help them, they will schedule an appointment and spend money with you. So that's what we want to do with all social media platforms. Really it's just a means to get them to another destination. We want to get them from Instagram or Twitter, onto our email list, onto our text campaign, and into the office. And that's the whole goal here. So, I think in the beginning it's important not to spend a whole lot of time trying to brand your Instagram. Just get started with the content and with your knowledge, and make sure that you have the landing page, the destination set up correctly before you start spending a lot of time on Instagram. Once you have that system, that little funnel set up, now you can start spending time, making your Instagram look really awesome. And because that once people click the link and get to your specific offer or your lead magnet, you're going to start getting leads that way. And, not to mention, that's just an organic strategy, not to mention the paid strategy where you actually create an ad with that offer and send them to that same landing page. So you can get traffic to the landing page organically, and you can also send traffic that you pay Facebook and Instagram to send traffic to that landing page and get them that specific offer as well. So let's talk about Instagram for a second, what you can do to brand your Instagram. You definitely want to do stories every day, stories in the office. Just use the stories as kind of a behind the scenes feature, where maybe you have someone going around the office doing some Instagram stories. I recommend you, as the dentist, putting the phone in your hand and just getting on camera, recording some stories, just showing people that you're a normal person also, and then what you want to do is create highlights, and highlights are the little circles that you see underneath the profile picture and underneath the bio. And what you can do with the highlights is use those for education, entertainment, and specific offers. So, you could label one highlight like, free cleaning offer, and that highlight is just PDF screenshots of a free cleaning, free x-ray offer, and it doesn't have to be that. This is just an example. So that's always there. When people get to your page, they see that, and you give them instructions on how to take advantage of that offer, and you can do staff. You could introduce your staff through highlights. A lot of cool things you can do with the highlights, but you want to make sure that they have a consistent theme and look as you go across. And you guys have all seen Instagram accounts where their highlights are on point. They got clean logos in all of them, and it matches the theme. And that's part of how you get a theme for Instagram. Now with the 3 columns, when you post pictures and videos on Instagram, it goes into 3 columns straight down. And the goal is to brand each column so that each column is the same thing. You'll be able to see that on the Dental Marketing Podcast Instagram, and also my Instagram at Craig Gerald. You'll see that I'm starting to brand my Instagram account, because in the left column you have books, the middle is my life, and the right column is marketing tips. And so in the Dental Marketing Podcast, the left column is going to be videos of each podcast episode, just introducing each episode and talking a little bit about it. The middle is going to be marketing tips. And then the right column is going to be videos for the podcast episodes as well. And so look at my accounts as an example and figure out, how you can brand each column for your practice. You could do, patient testimonials down the right column, before and after teeth pictures down the middle, and your staff on the left side, or happy patients, or helpful information, things about brushing your teeth and teeth health and gum health, and how each tooth is connected to a different organ in the body. All these things, you have all this knowledge in your brain, and you need to put it out there and help people with it. And that's going to attract them to you. And I think that's the biggest content strategy. The best content strategy I've seen that works the best is when you're actually educating people and teaching them something, because as human beings, we like to learn, we're naturally curious. And if you are teaching us something that, we aren't hearing from anyone else, you just have to get creative with it, because, everybody's said that, the 5 best ways to brush your teeth or something like that, or how to brush your teeth, it's got to be fresh. It's got to be new. It's got to be a little creative. But with practice, you can get there. So just remember that for Instagram. You got your stories, which you want to do, 5 to 12 stories every day. That would be ideal. Get your highlights in line, get a nice looking profile picture, and then brand the 3 columns straight down. And once you start doing that, once you have your theme that you're going for, your Instagram's branded, and you got the landing page that's sending people to the specific offer, where it's like, hey, here's my ebook on how to get whiter teeth. Here's my ebook on what you should know before you get laser surgery. Here's my ebook on sedation dentistry. If you're afraid of going to the dentist, learn about what we can do with sedation. And that's what you want to get to. So don't spend a ton of time, in the beginning on Instagram and branding your Instagram account. Get everything set up first. Get the landing page with the offer, figure out a theme and how you want to brand your Instagram account. Don't just post random pictures all the time, because then you're going to have 100 random pictures, and nobody's going to know what you're trying to do, because you don't know what you're trying to do. You're just posting random pictures all the time. And it's not a good strategy if you want to make more money and grow your business. So figure out the offer. I can help you build the landing page, or your web guy, whoever it is. You can use Insta pages, lead pages, ClickFunnels. There's all kinds of landing page builders out there. And that's my specific offer for you today. If you would like a resource of landing page builders and a screenshot of what one of our landing pages looks like with one of our specific offers, I can send that to you. Just direct message me your email address at Dental Marketing Podcast. I think it's at Dental Marketing Podcast. It might be the Dental Marketing Podcast. Find the Dental Marketing Podcast on Instagram and send me a direct message. Message me your email, and I will send you a landing page example with a few links to landing page builders where you can build your first landing page. And they give you a link once you complete it. Once you do build your landing page, you want to go to bit.ly, bit.ly, and you want to, it's a link shortener. So when you create a landing page, it gives you this big long link, and you can use that. It'll go to the web page, but you want to turn that into a bit, what we call a bit.ly link, and that will shorten the link down to a tiny little link instead of this big long link. And then you can also track how many people actually click that link with bit.ly. But we could talk about that another day. So direct message me your email address and say, send me the landing pages, and I will personally email you some landing page resources and a screenshot of one of our landing pages so you can see what that looks like. And last week I said I would send you the questions of the quiz, the dental implant quiz that we use. I'll still do that as well. Just send me your email and say I'd like the landing pages and the quiz questions, and I'll send that to you. I'll do that for you. So this is the Dental Marketing Podcast, episode 2, where we help dentists understand marketing and navigate the online marketing world that we live in today. If you have any questions, shoot me a DM, shoot me an email. My email address is craig@615digitalmarketing.com. That's CRAIG at 615digitalmarketing.com. Shoot me an email if you have any questions, or if you'd like to work with me, let me know. And then subscribe to this podcast on YouTube. You can find it on Stitcher, iTunes, Spotify, Anchor. The list is growing as we speak. So if I'm delivering value, if you like what you're hearing, then hit that subscribe button or follow our podcast, follow us on Instagram, and we will see you guys next time.